You already know what time it is. You already know what you're here for. You know what you're here for. I know what I'm here for. Anime Weekly Jutsu. Thank you so much for joining me. First off, I apologize for the late upload earlier this week. I don't know what happened. YouTube was taking the mic. It was taking ages. I say YouTube. Really, it was just my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi was bugging hard. So I apologize for the late upload. Today, you know what we have. Mob Psycho, Chainsaw Man, One Piece, My Hero, Bleach. You know what it is. Let's get straight into it. Start off, and yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, let's get into it. Okay, Mob Psycho. From last week, week before, it was last week. Fake Mob, the guy that looked like Mob but was all wrinkly and shit. He appeared, he took responsibility over the giant broccoli that's emerged in the city, and now people are believing him because he showed he had psychic abilities. And so what's happening now is Mob, he turns up to school and he goes to talk to the girl that said she wanted to meet up with him. And she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I completely forgot. But yeah, you don't need to worry about it anymore. The true founder has emerged and he'll take over from me, so don't worry about it." Which, rightfully leaves him confused. So it looks like everyone's just cold-heartedly went into favor with this fake guy. So, opening scene happens, opening credits, and then we jump into it. The leader of the Telepath Club, she wants to change it up to, allow praying for the Psycho Helmet religion. This is going to be the Soul High branch, and it's just a bit weird, you know what I mean? It gives off this vibe that it's sort of been entranced, hypnotized, but I don't know. As we keep going through the episode, we'll find out. So, Reagan, he meets up with Mob and tells him, "Look, you did show up last night. This guy showed up, he took your place. And not only that, but the buildings around us are starting to deteriorate, and there's roots growing apart. It's like it's been taken over by the tree. We need to go get rid of the tree. Maybe things will go back to normal." So, he's complaining that there's no money into it. He's complaining that, nothing to benefit from it, but sorry about the gaps in between when I'm talking. I have to formulate my words. I apologize for that. But yeah, he's complaining there's no money, but he has to do it because it's the right thing. And yeah, so it turns into the city now, and everyone's been given like divine tree merchandise. It's in food, drinks, just seeds in general, and everyone's consuming it and eating it. So just a little bit of foreshadowing for you there. Hanazawa, he gets some chocolate that I think has the broccoli inside it, and he tries one, and the fake Mob appears behind him. All of a sudden Hanazawa's praising the fake Mob, saying it's such a benefit, but then he froze up and he comes to his senses and he realizes this food is being used to hypnotize and to trick people into praising this fake Mob character. So he vows to chop up the tree. He gets there, but he is stopped by the fake Mob. The fake Mob explains, "I am a god, you're supposed to be listening to me. Seems like you're gonna be a hassle." He attempts to go, hypnotize the guy again. Doesn't work. He's like, "How dare you try it twice?" So they start to fight. Hanazawa chops him up, but he just regains shape, and yeah, it was a cool little scene. Hanazawa being powerful as he usually is. It's a good little escalation point between two plot points. But yeah. We cut over to, I forgot his name. He's the plant psychic from last season. He's noticing the plants that are growing in his shop, they're wiltering. So when he uses his powers on them, he discovers that the broccoli is absorbing the life essence. He's basically taking over. He's basically taking charge, and he goes to do something about it, but then he's hypnotized as well. So it's like anyone that finds out what's going on, they get hypnotized. But Hanazawa, he explains if your will is strong enough and you have strong connection to your emotions, you can overpower it. So Mob and Reagan, they're making their way to the plant. And just before this, Hanazawa is still fighting the fake mob, and the fake mob re-emerges as this big buffed up form. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. It seems to me like this fake mob is somehow connected to the broccoli, but as we go further, we'll learn the true identity. So back to Mob and Reagan, they're making their way, and Reagan, he's trying to tell Mob his plan. Mob is saying, I feel like I'm being watched, like something is watching me as I move through. So Reagan, he says, yeah, it's true, I feel it too, but look, the plan is, let's just lift up the tree, put it in the ocean, run away. So we're gonna make some enemies, so we need to get out of there fast. Mo's like, look, I'm powerful, but I'm not that powerful right now. Let's go get my brother, he will help us. And so Retsu, they get Retsu, and Retsu's saying, yeah, I'll help you. The school's being weird. I was given these sweets, and he offers them to Mob and Reagan. He eats one himself. Retsu's like, oh, okay, I know just where to go. He guides them, and boom, what do you know? They turn up at this group meeting of believers in this tree. So it turns out whatever Retsu had eaten, it hypnotized him. And so now Reagan and Mob, they had to run away, sprint away, because now Retsu's on their side. And Retsu's no joke, he's a powerful telepath as well. And so as they run away, as they're looking to get closer to the tree, they keep getting approached by civilians. And as they delve into the episodes, they go further, they always get an approach saying, you don't need to go to the tree, you don't need to go to the tree. And yeah, they're just constantly being badgered and attacked, and not attacked, but approached by these people. And it's just like this powerful psychic ability to just entrance everyone. It's very shocking. And then we find out who fake Mob is. It's Dimple. Dimple has done it again. He's managed to hypnotize people, get them under his control, and now he's buffed up in power. So he's up to his old tricks, and he continues to fight Hanazawa. Reagan starts to say, you know what? This tree's not doing anyone any harm. They're not going around killing people. Let's just leave it. Mob clocks on. Oh, you've been hypnotized as well. And so he decides, let me just go by myself. He leads Ray into it, and he gets to the tree. There's a bunch of people there, and as he goes through the crowd to get into the tree, it seems like the brainwash is starting to wear off. Or because he looks like the fake Mob, even though he is Mob, it seems like people are starting to praise him now. So yeah, and that's how it ends. So there's gonna be a big fight next episode. I'll say this was a good episode. It was a good episode. We actually saw some, action. We actually saw some plot development, and yeah, it's actually interesting. Again, the first couple of episodes are just a setup, but yeah, this is a good place, a good setup for the next episode. Give it a 7 out of 10. Let's see, key players. Dimple could have been an easy, just part of the crew, side character, but I like the way that they reused him to show, look, this is how powerful he could be if someone like Mob didn't exist. So this is what we're going through right now. But yeah, it's a good place. 7 out of 10, and yeah, let's keep it stepping. Okay, on to One Piece now, and everyone's in good spirits. From last episode, Mononosuke, he's told the whole people that, Luffy's alive. He says he's gonna come back, he's gonna beat Kaido, so keep fighting on for me, I'm the leader. But Luffy said he's coming back and just keep on keeping on, you know what I mean? We got this, bro. We got the smoke. They don't want it. Everyone's feeling good. Everyone's, you know, the morale has gone back up and they're ready to fight. And who decides to come and ruin it? Kaido. Kaido finds him and Shinobu has to sprint. Like, sprint to avoid Kaido. But they eventually get cornered outside. Like, there's someone on top, they get cornered outside. And Kaido, he's trash talking Momonosuke. He's like, look, you know what's about to happen. Just relax, bro. Let me do what I have to do. Let me just kill you, bro. Just take it. It's fine. It's fine. But Momo's like, bro, Luffy's coming. Luffy is coming for you. You about to get it. You gonna get it. And Shinobu, she uses her fruit to soften the ground. That way they can avoid Kaido's hit, but they still end up falling off. And so now the aim of the Mary, her name is, I think, like Lao something. I've written it down there somewhere. Never mind. Anyway, she controls the she does the announcements for Kaido, and now she aims to tell everyone that Momo's dead. If Momo dies, or they think that he dies, that'll probably just kill the rest of the morale, okay? But you know, Tama, we can switch over to Tama. Tama's crying over Luffy. She's happy that he's alive. She's just very emotional. Remember, she's young, so emotions like that hit you hard and fast. And Usopp and Nami, they want her to use her ability, so they're gonna bring her to the stage, where she's gonna use her ability. When they're making their way, they discover that Zeus is still alive. That when Hera tried to eat him, his soul was pushed into Nami's cane. But Nami's not particularly happy because last time Zeus tried to kill her. Fair enough, he was controlled by Big Mom to do so. But you just don't get over stuff like that automatically. So, you know, she's still giving him the cold shoulder. We switch over to Kid and Big Mom. They're still fighting, but Law turns up and Kid and Big Mom's like, look, you could join in, but I don't really care if you do. And Kid makes a statement that there's no place for people like Big Mom and Kaido. Because don't forget, Kid wants to become king of the pirates as well. And he's saying that you and Kaido won't be there as long as I'm king. And so this sort of like fires everyone up to fight. And Kid and Law, they say they're going to make a temporary alliance. Because what about the alliances? Everyone's making alliances. And so the people of Wano, you know, it shifts down to Wano, and they're just having a good time. Drinking, dancing, playing music. It's getting lit. I swear I saw someone get studied down there. I swear I did. No jokes. Anyway, Taco, she's just having fun. She's enjoying it. But at the same time, she's missing her dad, and she questions, you know, is she watching out for me? Is she still looking out? And, you know, I forgot the guy's name. He made all the swords. I forgot his name, but she reassures her, and goes, you know, he's looking down on you. There's nothing to worry about. You got this. And I feel like this was a nice moment. You know, it doesn't forget the side characters that are important to the plot, you know? And I thought this was like a very good to show the fight's over here, but the people who is at stake is over here, and they are none the wiser. So it switches over to Cypher Zero, and they're sort of like giving an analysis of the fight. So they give some numbers here, and it is Kaido has 24,000 men, while the Straw Hats have 3,000. Queen's men have turned against him because he was turning them into throw ice only. So that gives them 7 troops in total. So they just, you know, analyzes who's going to win. They are surprised about this increase in number, but they're not really scared or threatened by this number. So, you know, it's nothing too unusual. So, let's see what happens next. Nami and Usopp, they reach the stage where Bao Hang, there you go, Bao Hang is about to give a speech. She's about to tell the whole Momonosuke is dead. But surprise, surprise, Ulti from a couple episodes ago shows up. It turns out she survived that triple attack from Big Mom. And the only explanation to how she does this is that because of her devil fruit, it gave her tough skin, so she was able to withstand. It's like Pokemon when they have sturdy. That's how she survived. So she goes and she headbutts Usopp. I'm talking flipping pow. Headbutts Usopp. Usopp is down. He is hurt badly. Nami goes to swing for her with her cane, and Zeus changes the shape into like a mace and a spike ball, and it hits Ulti. So he explains because he's inside of the cane, he can now alter the shape of it. Now, Ulti is hurt on the inside, and what Zeus is saying is we can attack her with lightning, but we can't do it now because she has taken Otama. So Usopp uses special green star attack to stun her, and it works. She drops Otama, and Nami uses the lightning attack. And yeah, I like the combo between the two, Usopp and Nami. I like the upgrade Nami's got with Zeus and the cane, and I like that they brought back Ulti to be beaten by those two. Give them something to do, you know? So we go to Luffy now, and Luffy, don't forget, he's still in the ocean dropping because he fell from Onigashima, and now he's just falling. And who should find him but Law's submarine crew? They find him and take him on board. And now the last bit of the episode is Yamamoto arriving to meet his dad and telling him, I'm no longer your child and I'm here to fight you. It was a good episode, you know, good continuation. Key moments, Yamamoto coming face to face with his father. We have Nami and Usopp defeating Ulti. We have Kid and Law teaming up. Yeah, it was a good episode. Lots of cool moments in here. 7 out of 10. But yeah, let's just keep it going while we have this momentum and on to the next one. Okay, so last week, my hero ended with the tragic death of Twice. I know he was a villain, but he was one of the good guys. We liked him. He was cool. He was funny. But now he is dead. That's what they've said at least. We don't know if it's alive, but he is dead. So this episode, it opens up with Tokoyami, and he's explaining Hawks' abilities. And Hawks' ability is his feathers. They're sharp, they're durable, and he can have complete control over them. So what that means is he can take them off, fling them, and it can control the weather feather. So he can use it in combat, he can use it to relay information, and he can also use them in flight. And he explains that it takes a few days for them to grow back after he's lost them. And it shows this moment where Tokoyami is asking him, well, they sound super strong. What weakness do they have? And Hawks says it's weak to fire. And if you remember where Hawks was last episode, he was being attacked by Darby. So Fat Gum, he's being a taxi right now. He has Calamari, Tokoyami, She-Mage, and Mudman. And they're saying, no, let's stay, let's do more, let's help out the heroes. And Fat Gum's telling them, look, all your abilities work best to take out multiple targets. If we keep you there, there's a good chance you might accidentally hit a hero. So it's best to evacuate you so then the hero can go all out. Now as they're getting away now, they notice that there are bright blue flames in an explosion right where Darby was located. and not Darby, sorry, Hawks is supposed to be. So now this worries Tokoyami. We go to the fight between Darby and Hawks, and he is pissed. He is pissed. But Hawks is questioning, well, I just killed your friend. Where's your emotion? Why aren't you crying? And Darby said, well, I burnt off my tear ducts. But he didn't view twice as a friend. He viewed twice as a tool. Because as he says, he didn't really care about the movement. He doesn't care about anyone. He just wanted to use them as a way to get back at Endeavor. And so he's pissed off that now one of his greatest assets is now dead. Hawks, he's saying, we couldn't find anything on you. We couldn't find who you were, where you came from, what you did before this. Nothing. But how did you know my name? Hawks from a child was taken away and made into a hero, but he also had his real name taken away. So Darby, he says, fair enough, let me tell you my name. And he tells him his name, and Hawks is just shocked. He's like, what? How? And Darby said, that's right, you were sent to watch over twice, but the real person you should have been watching over is me. Because I don't support these villains here. I'm just working on the side of the hero killer Stain, and I'm working because his message spoke to me, and it looks like he burns away Hawks. We don't know, it's not confirmed, but we don't see him after this. So it switches over now to Endeavor, and Endeavor, he is bolting it. He is making his way over to Merkel to help her out to catch her, the doctor. I really need to learn his name. Along the way, he encounters the hero Crust, who's fighting a gnome, and this gnome is giving him trouble because he keeps regenerating. So Eraserhead, he comes along and he uses his quirk to cancel out the normal. It shows over to my wife, my best girl, Merkel, and she's still fighting the normal. But she makes the point of they're getting better as the fight continues. And the way the normal speak is saying, we're still waking up. So it seems like once activated, the normals need a sort of defrosting period just to sort of get them going before they could go all out. So she says, look, I need to go after the doctor. So she leaps, but because she has the rabbit quirk, she's very fast. But one of the Nomi manages to catch her using her hair, and this only starts for a short period of time before she bolts it to the doctor. And she uses, what's it called? I remember it was like Halo Arc or something like that. And Lunar Arc, there you go. And it completely smashes the tube, right? Well, it doesn't completely smash it. It breaks the glass of it before she is stopped by the Nomi once again. Endeavor shows up and manages to burn one of the Nomi trying to stop her. And while she's by the pod, she says that her animal instincts is telling her that Shigaraki now is a threat. And we need to get rid of this person right now. And it's very interesting because it shows just how powerful Shigaraki has become now. And it also shows the sort of, not side effect, but sort of passive effect of having an animal quirk. Because now you have these instincts that tell you this person's a threat, he must be dealt with. And so we go over to this one Nomi who's waking up, and she manages to figure out Eraserhead's quirk. So his quirk is whoever he looks at, he can cancel out their quirk. So she has the idea of just moving between the pods, that way she stays hidden and he can't see her. And it's very smart. It shows how and why these are the high-end Nomi, why these are the top tier ones. And Mirko, she's still doing her thing. She gets impaled by one of these Nomu, like very badly, but she still manages to break the unit apart. Finally, she does. Oh no, she doesn't break it apart. Sorry, I'm getting my notes mixed up. But she does damage it further. And so, Endeavor, he catches her and uses his flames to cauterize the wound. And she warns the other heroes, look, we can't let the doctor wake him up, otherwise we're going to lose. This is a big threat. So Endeavor tells Mike and I think his name was like Xless or Xlaw or something like that, to go ahead and stop the doctor. The doctor moves to like wake up Shigaraki using the machines, but Mike, he uses his scream to destroy the machine, preventing the doctor from waking him up. The doctor's now depressed. He's just like, oh frick, oh no, oh, could have done so much more. Oh, you've stopped me. This is my life's work, and you've stopped me. And Mike, he's pissed off because if you remember, this doctor is the one responsible for turning Kurogiri into, basically a very intelligent Nomu. And so Mike is just pissed off at this doctor. And the doctor, he's just delirious and he's just explaining, look, years ago people laughed at my theory. They told me I was stupid and I was incorrect. But now they've taken it seriously. Now they're starting to see what I was talking about. But by then, I met All For One. And he spoke to me and he brought me on to his side. And I respected the man so much, I gave him my quirk. My quirk is called Life Force, which lets him live twice as long as normal people. So the police and the government were trying to figure out why All For One has been around for so long. And it turns out this doctor managed to copy his quirk onto All For One. So that's why he's been around for so long. And we go to, what's it called? Shigaraki. He's passed out. He's basically in a coma. And we go to the visualization of his mind. And he's being surrounded by members of his family. His mom, his sister, the abusive dad. And then he sees All For One. He tries to make these movements towards the All For One representation, but then the family grab him and say, no, please do not do this. But he decays all of them and makes his way to All For One. And this happens as he is electrocuted by a machine next to his pod, and this awakens him. And that's where the episode ends. Shigaraki is now awake with multiple quirks and he is ready. This is a problem. The heroes are not about to be ready for what's about to happen. Great episode. I hope my wife is alive. I hope she's okay. I love the involvement of even like heroes you haven't seen before, sort of like lesser heroes, but they're still sort of useful. I really like that in this episode. I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. Really nice episode. Really highly rated. But yeah, let's move on. Okay, so from the last episode of Bleach, we had Ichigo and Now arriving on the scene just as Sternbred J has taken out the Tres Bestia. And he comments on how it's very interesting to see Shinigami and a Ranka getting along so well. But he mentions that the Quincy's know about Ichigo and they see him as a threat, so it's going to be his job to take care of him. Ichigo is ambushed by some of his men, and this is where he reveals, look, we are Quincy's and we are here to take out the Shinigamis. It goes back to the Soul Society where Yamamoto is pissed. He is on smoke. God, what did he ask me? He asked me always something, and Airrwave couldn't fulfill it. He says fine, but he orders every captain to prepare for battle, because we are going to face them tonight. They declared war in 5 days. We go in there tonight, and he is pissed. Yamamoto is obviously pissed. His lieutenant got killed in the previous episode at his funeral, so he wants revenge. Ichigo now, he is shot upon by the stern ritter, but it's not with the normal bow and arrow, so he questions like, why are you using this weapon? Don't you usually use bow and arrows? And the stern ritter just doesn't want to answer him. He's playing around. He's like, look, I don't have to answer you. I don't even have to talk to you. You're just my plaything at the moment. He gives Now to Orihime so he can fight properly. He ends up blocking an attack from the stern ritter, and it mentions is stronger than Uryu's. And this sort of gives the stern ritter J pause for a second. He says, but this shouldn't be the case. Why would Uryu be weaker than me? And Ichigo says, what do you mean by that? The stern ritter gets like a notification. He's like, don't worry about it. I know how to kill you. And he uses Quincy Ledge Steel. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. And from previous history, we know that Uryu was told not to use this ability, because if he did, it will erase your Quincy powers. But the way this guy explains it is that this ability is outdated, and the true name for this ability is Quincy Volstandig, and it gives him like a new form. It's basically like awakening for Rankars. It gives him a power boost, a new form, a new weapon. And we get this little scene where U-Hawk is told about the fight. He's like, good, it's time. And he makes the Vonderreich invade the Soul Society, or he orders them to prepare to invade. So it looks like the war is about to kick off. So let's see. Because he's faster than before, he's able to keep up with Ichigo. And yeah, he tells him about how Uryu's father was the only one to research into light steel, and he refused to join the cause. Ichigo, he insults the form, saying, is this it really? You look ugly and you're to Yamamoto, and Yamamoto he's reprimanding Mayuri. Because it turns out when that village went missing, it was Mayuri's doing. Mayuri had gotten members of the 12th Division to go and basically sacrifice them. Because he said he wanted to keep the balance because the Quincy's was just killing everyone. So he needed to restore the balance. So he made the 12th Division members kill off the Rukon citizens. But he didn't do this with permission. So Yamamoto is pissed and he's saying, look, Yamamoto's pissed, like, why did you not do that? How dare you? How dare you? And Mayuri's like, look, ask for permission. It wastes his time. It wastes his time. The balance cannot be kept within 5-10 minutes. We need to do this now. And so Yamamoto, he blames them for the attack. But Mayuri rebuttals by saying, look, Uryu invaded ages ago, and you did nothing. Yamamoto, ages ago, you did not kill U-Hawk with the other ones. This is on you. So apparently there's some history between Yamamoto and what's his name? Oh, I completely forgotten his name. U-Hawk. And this might be discovered, probably will, and it has something to do with Uryu's family. Because in the journal, it mentions his mom, Gerundenreich, and U-Hawk. So something to do with Uryu's family as well, which is quite interesting. So we go back to Aeon, and he is just still smashing up Jay. And one of the beasts said she gets overconfident. She's like, yeah, he's a Hulk. He's doing what he does, and he was about to get obliterated. And so he stabs her before getting up and fixing his broken neck. It was really a boss move. He uses the absorption move from earlier. It's called Skullvery, and it's so effective. It takes a part Ion and absorbs him into himself, which mutates his form even further. He says he hates using it because now anything he absorbs is now infused into his form. And he uses it, and even the Aranka's being absorbed, or Hemon's being absorbed, Chan's being absorbed, and he keeps using it, but he is stopped by Ichigo using Bankai. And just a little cutscene happens where Urahara and Pesh save Don Chaka during the fight, and what happens next is U-Hawk appears in the Soul Society, and Urahara notices it, and then pillars of flame of Ryatsu start appearing, erupting. So everyone's being taken out by these pillars. And Kira, who's a lieutenant, he goes with his squad mates to investigate, and he ends up being blown in half by one of these stern ritters. And the stern ritter, he kills everyone there basically, and he says, my apologies, but I have been ordered to do this. And then you have this amazing scene where a bunch of badass looking stern ritters show up, and it's like the head one says, Shinigami, prepare, for we are here. And the episode ends. What a episode. So hyped, so good, escalating the plot further, good fight scenes, animation looking sick. It was a very good episode. Strong 8, possible 9 out of 10 for Bleach. Very good episode. Ichigo got his time to shine. The stern ritters are looking like a threat. Everything's popping off. It was a good episode, but we have to keep it moving. On to the last anime. Let's go. Okay, so recap from last episode. We've just been introduced to Power. She is bloodthirsty, she is a killer, and she has killed this sea cucumber devil. And Makima is tearing off Denji and Power for it. She said that when a civilian has captured one, it is under civilian devil hunter jurisdiction. She makes the point that Power is careless fiend, and Denji, you need to watch over her and control her. Before she was a hunter, Power was a blood devil, hence why she's bloodthirsty and always wants to fight. Power, she does the only thing she can think of when she hears that she could be arrested or killed. She tries to pin it on Denji, but Denji's not hearing it. She's like, look, he's like, you are not putting this on me. This was completely on you. How dare you? Power goes, well, you know, I'm a devil. I can't lie. You told me to do it. She's lying. But Miss Makima, she don't care. She's like, look, you're going to stop this behavior right now. You're going to behave. Am I understood? And, you know, Power, she stops. So it looks like Makima has some type of hold over her or something, because she just stopped automatically, and it's a little bit unfair, but she looks at Makima. And so they go to get like a little soft drink, or something to like refresh them. And then he's now worried. He's like, look, you're messing up my plans here. I just wanted to chill and relax. I have a goal in mind, and you're messing up my plan. And Power, she explains about playing with a cat that she loves cats but hates humans. It's nothing personal, it's just because she's a devil, she's a fiend. I can't help it, it's just who I am. And she explained that she used to have a cat when she first showed up called Meowry, and this cat got taken away from her, and so she's only with the agency to help find that cat. And she makes a deal with Denji. She's like, look, if you help me get this cat, I'll let you touch my boobs. And Denji, the ever-loving simp, falls for it. He's like, yeah, we're gonna kill that devil, we're gonna get your cat back. This is disgraceful behavior from that devil. Why can't cats involved? He just likes boobs, that's it, nothing else. I felt like this was a good scene, it was cute. It shows sort of the nature of Power, how she's gonna be throughout the series, maybe some character development that way. And Denji being Denji, just looking out for boobs. And so they get permission to have some free time, because Power, because she's so careless, she needs permission, and she needs someone to watch over her when she goes out. And so she says that, look, I know where the devil is. This devil might cause a bit of trouble. She might even use my cat as a shield, so I need you to be prepared and ready. But Denji's not really focusing. He's just looking at her boobs. Let's just be straight up. He's just focusing. He's just like, yeah, it's about to go down. He tells her about Pochita, you know, about how Pochita gave his heart for him and looked after him and they were friends. But Mikey was like, look, he's not here. He's dead. Move on, my guy. You humans are so stupid, honestly. Denji does not like her. Denji does not like her. He's just over her. She's like, look, when I get to touch your boobs, I'll be fine. Yeah. Back at the HQ, Makima sort of like having a meeting with the higher ups. She's being told that America and Russia, they're using devils in their army. And so they just hope that Japan will be the only place to continue hunting down devils. And she is told that your division is only about capturing devils and fiends and putting them to work. If you can't do that, we'll get rid of you. Do not get attached to these people. Aki, he's still hating after his unmentionables were harassed the last episode, we'll say. And he says, look, you need to get rid of Denji. He's more of a hazard than a help. And I don't understand why you're so interested in this guy. And she gives like a little explanation behind devils. She says that devils are born from a name. The more fair they are, the stronger they are. And she uses the example of, if there was a coffee devil, it wouldn't be as strong because it's coffee. Coffee doesn't have any fear behind it. A car devil, well, that could be strong because people are scared of getting run over by cars. Denji is a chainsaw devil. So it's just very interesting that that's the type of devil he is. But Aequh still mentions, look, he's just doing this to have an easy life and to look at boobs. This guy is just not the one. He's not that guy. He's not. I don't like Aequh, man. Aequh, he gives me Vegeta, Sasuke, Megumi, Gray from Fairy Tail vibes. What's this dick to the main character for no reason? Back to now Power and Denji, and they arrive at the place. And she's just loud and proud, talking loud, saying, I'm gonna go in first and handle it. But then Denji's like, didn't you tell me that if the devil saw you, he would use the cat as a shield? He's like, that's what I said. And he goes, said? He said, yeah. Denji catches on, this is a trap. And she KO'd him before he could do anything and drags him inside. Turns out this devil, who was a bat by the way, she's working with this bat devil who's lost an arm, and this bat devil wants to consume blood to regain his strength. So he consumes some of Denji's blood, comments it's nasty, it's disgusting, but it does the job anyway. It does what it says on the tin. So he regrows his arm, and she's stronger now, and he has Maori with him. And Power's like, look, I gave you the human, fulfill your side of the bargain. Do what you said you was gonna do. He's like, oh yeah. He eats the cat right in front of Power. And the Power gets this flashback of when he first met the cat. She was going to eat the cat, but the cat was too skinny, so she found out the cat and gave it milk. And through that, she got attached. And then the bat devil surprised her, took the cat and said, look, I'm too weak now. I need you to get me human, or I'm going to eat your cat. And now, Power, she's seen her pet get killed right in front of her. And she says, you know, I understand what you've meant when you said how you felt about Pochita. I understand how you feel. And then she gets eaten by the bat devil. And the bat devil goes to fly off. But then he realized Denji is holding onto his leg, drinking his blood. And Denji, he has a quick flashback to when he thought he lost Pochita. He talks about how he felt sad and he felt like someone had killed him. And when he got back to his house, there was Pochita waiting for him, sad that Denji wasn't there. And so this triggers him to transform into the Chainsaw Man. And he cuts off the devil's hand again. It was very funny. They end up crashing into a building. Denji punches him out of the building. He cuts a hole in his chest. He gets distracted by, not wanting to hurt any civilians, and he ends up getting hit and tossed aside. He catches a car with a person in it, and the bat makes a comment like, oh, you like saving these people, huh? What type of devil are you? And Denji's like, you think I care about saving these people? And he throws the car right back at the bat devil. He also learns that he can retract his chainsaw blades. The bat devil, he releases this like sonic scream, but the way he does it, he sort of like extends his mouth. It looks disgusting, and he lets go of this scream, but it does nothing but pushes Denji back, and it pisses him off. And he screams about how he hasn't felt her boobs yet, so give him back his titties. That's exactly what he said. Go watch it. And this scares the bat devil. He's like, huh? How are you here? What is this? And he starts throwing rocks and chucking stuff. But Denji, he dodges it, cuts up the devil's other hand, and kicks him in his head. And then he sprints and cuts open the bat's belly. And his guts and blood were going everywhere. And that's how the episode ended. Very good episode. Character development was included. Good fight scene was in here. animation was on point. Everything about this episode was good. I'm gonna say 9 out of 10. Very strong episode. But yeah, that's this week in anime. I think this week I'm gonna give it to Chainsaw Man. That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start rating episode of the week. It's Chainsaw Man episode 3. It was a good episode. Good week for anime. But yeah, that's it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you made it to the end. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.